What's up, guys? It's me, Amy, back with another chat. Hi guys, how's it going? I want to talk to you guys today about how up and down a relationship with God can be. It's crazy because one day you'll be on top of the world, so locked in, feeling so close to God, like just all of the stuff, you feel like you're full of the Holy Spirit, you feel like you're on cloud nine. And it's crazy because 2 days later, you could literally feel like so distant from God. You can feel like kind of worried, like, am I losing my relationship with him? Like, I feel like I don't feel his presence as much. I feel like we're not as close. It blows my mind how literally within 48 hours, it can just change so much. And I've noticed this throughout the year that I've been, locked in with God and stuff. Literally a couple weeks ago, I was locked in, doing great, very close to God. And then I've experienced the burnout that I've been telling you guys about. And now, I don't really want to go to church because I'm uncomfortable about that creepy guy who was asking me out and trying to allude to having babies with me. So I'm uncomfortable going to church. I still went last Sunday, but I just had really bad anxiety after seeing him. He literally sat 2 rows up and 2 seats over from me. And I felt my whole demeanor change. The moment I'm sitting there worshiping, and the moment I see him, I'm ugh, my stomach dropped. So I'm not really eager to go to the church, and I don't want to serve right now either because I don't want to be put in an awkward situation around him. Plus I'm having the spiritual burnout where I'm kind of just mentally drained from it all. I'm not gonna lie, I love talking to God all throughout the day, but sometimes when I'm really struggling, at least in this last year when I've been struggling a lot with negative thoughts or anxiety, I've had to learn to rewire my brain essentially. So the moment something negative comes up into my mind, I'm sitting there praying to God, refocusing my thoughts, rewiring what I'm thinking about, trying to push away that negative thought. It's a negative thought that is totally irrelevant, or a weird idea will come into my head, or something that used to trigger my anxiety will try to pop into my head. So obviously I try to counter that with, going straight into prayer, thanking God, being in gratitude, praying it away, giving it to him, etc. But at the same time, doing that constantly, I've noticed actually kind of drains me a little bit. It kind of drains me mentally. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's kind of I always have to focus my mind on something, if that makes sense. It's very difficult for me to just be still in my thoughts. And that's not every day. I've actually been doing a lot better over the last few weeks with maybe even a month with the negative thoughts and stuff like that. They don't come as much as they used to, but it still took a toll on my mind and still drained it. Right now I'm stressed about this dental issue that I have going on. I went to the dentist, and this is a new dentist. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to begin, but this is not a video about them. Essentially, that place is very unorganized. The care is very minimal, and I have a background in dental, so trust me, I know what I'm talking about when I say it. Wow, come on. But yeah, so I'm just kind of dealing with that. Apparently I have an infection in 2 of my root canals. I didn't even know because I'm not experiencing any symptoms. I'm just are you kidding me? And now trying to go to an endodontist is, oh my gosh, so expensive just for a consultation to see what's going on in here. Because of course my general dentist just referred me out instead of doing anything. She also didn't offer to get me a prescription for antibiotics so it wouldn't spread anymore. I didn't think about all these things while I was there because it was just so fast. They were moving me in and out. And then the next day I'm oh my gosh, I need to get it together. I need a prescription. I have an autoimmune disorder. I cannot risk it going through the rest of my body, or even progressing and getting worse in the time that I'm waiting to figure out how I can get to the endodontist. Anyways, let's not talk about that. So yeah, endodontist is expensive, $300 just for a consultation. So I'm trying to find another, I don't know, you know how it goes. So that's been a big stressor to me. Last month, June, God, it was so good to me, so good to me. I shared everything with you guys, how he just blessed me with such abundance. And then this month I had this come up, and this is being a really stressful thing. All this dental stuff, this is within the last couple of days. And I know when you're having a stressful time, you're supposed to go straight to God, talk to God about it. And I totally am. And sometimes I lose sight. I'm like, you know what? Why am I sitting here worrying about these things? I know that God's going to take care of it. I know that God's got me. Like, I'm literally walking with God now. Like, this is such a minute little thing that should not have any, like, anything in my life, you know? Like, stop worrying about tomorrow's worries. Today has enough, essentially. And cast all worries, concerns, and anxieties onto God. And I've been doing that. But for some reason, like, just this, like, scary thing happening to me right now, and I'm worried about my teeth, and I'm worried about, like, because I've called multiple endodontists, they're not taking the insurance that I have, or like I said, they want the $300 out of pocket just to check to see what's going on, not even to treat it. So I'm just like stressed out. But then I try to remind myself, like, God's got this, it's gonna work out. I'm just like, God, where are you? Like, last month you were here, you were so showing up for me so much. And it's like, I know a lot of us have this trauma where we see God showing up for us and we're so grateful, but we can't just accept the blessings. Like, we can't just relax and be grateful for the blessings because we're scared that something bad is going to happen. Like, oh, I want to let my guard down and just enjoy these blessings, but I'm worried that something negative is going to happen and something's just going to ruin my high of excitement and gratitude. And I feel like this is it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this negative thing with the dentist, and I'm sure it seems so minute, like, when I'm talking on here, but like, infection in the root canals is a big deal. Like, you could lose your teeth. Like, it's 2 molars over here, and I'm not about to lose my teeth. But then I remind myself, like, Amy, like, we have God. We have plan A, B, C, and D. We're on plan B right now. And plan C, worst case scenario in my situation, is go down to Tijuana, you know, and just get the dental work done. I would go over to Turkey again, but that is way too expensive for me right now. And so, yeah, Tijuana is a lot closer to me, and they're not as cheap as Turkey, but there's still, like, good areas. Like, I'm all over traveling, dental tourism. Like, I think it's so great if you can get, like, dental care and healthcare in other countries. Like, I think it is amazing. You know, it's like 75% cheaper than it is here in the States, especially for a lot of us who don't have good health insurance or have no health insurance, because it is very common, whether people talk about it or not. It's really common not to have good dental care here or even healthcare. So anyways, so we have plans, but, like, for some reason, this thing is just aching on me and, like, irritating me. Now I'm trying to give it up to God and being in prayer all day long, but me having to constantly give these worries up to God, like, all day today and yesterday, is exhausting me as well. So yeah, I'm just experiencing a lot of spiritual burnout, and I feel like I'm not as close to God. And, you know, I'm still doing the same things. Like, I'm waking up in the morning, I'm spending my, like, 2 hours with him, you know, just talking to him, journaling, getting in the word and reading it. And yeah, I'm still doing that every single morning. I'm still talking to him throughout the day. I'm not doing anything different other than not serving at the church and not wanting to go to church. I mean, I am actively going, but, like, but what's going on here? Like, it just sucks when you're on such a high and then you go back down again. But then I just had something downloaded into my mind. It's a reminder to you, though, that the pits or the valleys or whatever they call it, maybe it's a mountain, I don't know, don't always last. And the thing that I'm worried about right now is not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. Like, I'd rather worry about this than have anxiety from a relationship. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, at least this I can control, and at least this I can do something about it. I don't know, you guys. I'm trying to get locked in with God again. I'm trying to work through this burnout and just be close with him, because my comfort place is with him. And when I feel close to him, I feel comfortable, I feel safe. But when I don't want to say stray away, because I'm not straying away, but when I feel like I'm straying away, I start feeling uncomfortable, and then makes me kind of have anxiety and stuff like that. Like, how do I get back close to him? But I want to come on here and talk about how the walk with God is not always linear. There's going to be up and down moments. There's going to be times, like I said, where you're on top of the world, where everything feels really good. And there's going to be times that happen where you're like, crap, are you kidding me? Like, what now? Like, I don't want to deal with this. God, where are you? God, why aren't you giving me the steps? Like, helping me out, telling me what to do. God, last month you came through and took care of everything for me. Now this month I'm like, what's going on? So it's kind of scary. But we always have to remember at the end of the day, like, God is always here no matter what. Like, no matter what's going on, even if you don't feel close to him, like, he's literally still there with you. Like, he just doesn't give up on you like a human being might, you know? He doesn't just walk away from you. Like, God is literally working every single thing out. And I can't wait till I come on here with a resolution for you guys about this and tell you, well, here's how he worked it out. You know, here's how God came through. here's the glory to God. And these are the times we have to remember that if you don't go through these uncomfortable times and worries and scary scenarios where you do have anxiety and you do have to lean into him, there will be no way for God to work in your life, for you to actually see how he works. You have to be uncomfortable for a little bit, or worried or fearful, to put all your trust in him to see how he changes the outcome. That's how you know how he works. That's how you know he's real. That's how you know what our God does for us. That's how he is able to get the glory. God has us go through uncomfortable times, and not that I'm saying that the situation I am in is at all like that bad or anything like that, but I'm just saying it's just uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like there's far worse things that can go on in life, like honestly. But without those uncomfortable times, there's no way that we could grow close to him and see his works. Like if you had nothing to hope for, like, you know, if you honestly, everything just kept coming to you and everything was fine and dandy, like you literally wouldn't appreciate it when it would happen, when like the good things would come to you, because you would be so used to, oh yeah, they just always come, you know, and you wouldn't know God's like mighty, like how mighty he is. I can't think of the word right there, but like without seeing him putting in the work, you wouldn't know, you know. And when you're feeling distance from him, like you need to just lock in. And that's a hard part, because I feel like you can sit here and lock in, but like me, I'm just tired. Like I don't want to lock in. I'm tired of praying all day long. You know what I mean? Like I finally got to a place where I'm able to just sit still with my thoughts, and I don't mind being in my thoughts. Like I don't have to be in like prayer 24/7 almost to like get the thoughts out, the negative thoughts that I was having out of my mind, the black cloud out of my mind, because thankfully God removed those negative thoughts in the black cloud. Like I said, I am having anxiety right now over this dental situation, but the grand scheme of things, like honestly, my mind is so much better than it was. And I'm grateful because like now I want to just like be able to just sit around and just kind of think about what's on my mind. I know it sounds weird, but like, you know, sometimes it's nice to just zone out and like watch TV, or just kind of just zone out in general and just like think about what's going on in your mind. Just think about like life and think about just random little things that pop into your head. I've never really been able to like do that so much, because pretty much my whole life was spent in so much like anxiety. Well, the last 5 years was spent in so much anxiety and so much worry and fear and survival mode, where I could not be alone with myself and I could not be alone with my thoughts, because instantly they would always turn to something negative, something like concerning, like, oh, the guy I'm dating is probably seeing someone else, like type crap, like stuff like that, you know? So I was never able to just be able to sit still and just literally just sit still. And it's been so nice lately to actually have that, and to be able to sit still and just chill, like literally just be still. But then I feel like, oh no, you know, I'm just sitting there and being still. Like I don't feel like I'm not praying to God, but it's like, it's not like I'm not talking to him all day long, you know, like it's not like I'm leaving him out of it. And then I feel bad, like say I hang out with someone for like 3 hours, like half the time, like I don't even remember to talk to God while I'm hanging out, because I'm like distracted, you know. But it's nice to have that distraction, and I lock in with God afterwards, like, thank you, Lord, for that great meeting with my friend, or thank you for blessing me with hanging out with my family. I needed that time, that mundane time, to just relax my mind and not have to be so focused on talking to you or being in a prayer or worrying about negative things or anxiety stuff. I don't know, you guys. The walk with God is just so rewarding, but at the same time, it can be so up and down. But I just want to get on here and encourage you that if you're in a downtime, an anxiety time, worry time, it'll pass. It's part of life, and it's part of our walk with him. In order to see how great he is and see how he moves, we have to have the downtime, like the negative time, whatever you want to call it, so we can give it to him, and that we can see how he comes through with us, so we can give him the glory. Like I said, if you never had anything to hope for or dream about, you wouldn't really appreciate the things that you do have when they come to you. And it's okay to be up and down. It's okay to feel distant from God. It's okay to not feel as close as you did last week with him. It's just part of it, and it comes and goes. And that's something that I'm learning on this journey. I mean, it's kind of like, have you ever been in a relationship where sometimes like you're like, oh my gosh, I just love them so much. Like, oh wow, it's so amazing. And then other days you're like, yeah, like, is this for me? I hate to say that. I don't know. I hate to say that, but sometimes it reminds me of that. Or like, say you'll have a friend and you love your friend and you guys are so close some days, and then other days you're just like, I need a break from them. You know, like it gets to be too much. I feel like sometimes like our relationship with God can be like that too. But at the end of the day, we always go back to him, because Yeah, he's for me. Yeah, he's my number one. Yeah, he's the best thing in my life. Yeah, he's my comfort zone. Yeah, he's my safe space. Like, I cannot envision myself doing life without God. Like, once you get so far into it to a point where, like, you can just see how great he is and how he moves and how he cares and takes, like, good care of you, obviously, you just, I don't know, cannot go back. Like, why would you want to go back to the old ways? Like, I would never want to go back to that old anxiety, worry, fearful life. Like, when I can have this, like, yeah, there's still going to be worries and uncertainties. That's just life in general. Like, God promised us a life with suffering, like, in general, that's normal. But that's the thing, we don't have to do things on our own anymore. And we don't have to, like, worry, you know, like, God's going to take care of it in his timing. So just lean into him. And when he does take care of it, make sure you give him all the glory. That looks so weird. I saw myself moving. It looks so weird. Anyways, I am gonna go. I need to go get this car wash done. I've been saying for a few days I'm gonna go get it. I got like this like coupon online. I'm gonna go see if it's legit to get a free car wash. I think this car wash is just trying to get like people to come in and get a wash from them and like get business. So I need to do that, but it's all the way in San Mateo, and I don't know. I might just do it tomorrow. I did eat 2 ice cream bars today, and I'm trying really hard not to have a third. So that's what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I think I've lost my mind. Anyways, I love you guys, and we'll talk soon. Have a good day. Bye.